We should tell people that this series is faithful to the book. If
Very.
you love the book, you will not be disappointed.
Oh, yeah. Well, we hope so. Yeah.
And interesting is David Nicholls, the writer, he didn't adapt it, did he?
No, it was Nicole Taylor, but he was an EP on it, and he wrote one of the episodes, so he was there for the whole process, and it has very much has his blessing and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And I suspect he must be a serial killer or something because he's too nice.
He is so nice.
Yeah.
And
You gotta
so
think he's cruel to animals.
Gotta be
Something.
Something's going on. Where are the bodies, David? Yeah.
Because he's lovely.
Yeah.
He's just lovely
So
man.
He's a very
lovely.
gentle being.
And it's interesting because if anyone, because I'm just saying this like everyone knows what One Day is. If somebody doesn't know this book, if people are just coming to this absolutely cold, tell us about Dexter and Emma. I'm doing my job now. I forgot to do my job. This is the basic bit of interviewing. Tell people what it's about.
Shall I do it? Okay, so Emma and Dexter starts when we see Emma and Dexter start. I've already done a terrible job.
Okay, so Emma and Dexter, you meet them at the end of university on their graduation day at Edinburgh University.
15th of July, 1988.
And you follow them every year on that specific day.
St. Swithin's Day.
St. Swithin's Day.
St. Swithin's Day.
I remember it. I always forget that bit as well. And for about 20 years. And it's basically...
Follows their lives and their relationship, and it's life.
And it is, and it's just lovely. It is just gorgeous, and also it's interesting because it is, at its heart, it's kind of a romantic drama. There are laughs along the way, but interestingly, that a lot of the story you're filming separately. You're not together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were apart for...
maybe half of it? Yeah.
Because there's just so much life stuff.
Yeah.
Also, it's just inconceivable that they'd spend every 15th of July together. That seems like a mad coincidence. So probably good to have some stuff apart, but it was about half together, half separate,
And it's weird, you wait ages for a kind of romantic drama to come along. And then I was just talking to Andrea Riseborough, she was on here, about Alice and Jack. And I was talking to her about, her and Donal and how that worked. So did you have to do those kind of, chemistry tests and all of that stuff?
Yeah, we did one. And it obviously went okay.
Yeah.
But they're kind of awkward because you've just met and then within 5 minutes you're, nose to nose mid-scene and it's kind of, it's just an odd thing.
And also, you sort of, like, if you're good at acting, you'll act a bit of chemistry, won't you?
Well, apparently, but no. Apparently, chemistry is either there or it's not, and you can kind of... I thought one went really well with someone else, and then afterwards they're like, wow, you really had no chemistry with that person.
Wow.
I know.
Wonder if they're listening to the radio.
Yeah.
I nearly got that job. Oh, no, I didn't. Very far.
It was all Leo's fault.
Yeah, sorry.
And you both, I think, had a kind of similar experience coming to this because you've both had kind of breakout roles in other big things, but you weren't the leads in those things. How did you wait for this project to come? Did you wait for the right lead to come along, or was it just kind of, here's another job, let's do that?
I don't know. I mean, it definitely. It felt like good timing.
Because had the White Lotus come out when you were auditioning for this?
No, I was filming it.
Oh, I see.
When I was auditioning for it.
Oh, so you didn't... So I mean, I guess you knew the White Lotus was going to be big.
Yeah.
But you didn't know it was going to be that big.
No, maybe not. But I think production, definitely looked at me like, ooh, he's going to be in the White Lotus. This is funny. I actually came in with my Cowabunga tattoo on my first audition, still on my neck, because I'd just flown from Sicily, and they all panicked because they thought it was real.
And what about you? Where had This Is Gonna Hurt come out?
Yeah, it had been out for like a couple of months or a month or so, and so I had those credentials behind me. But yeah, I got the audition for it, but I turned it down originally because I was like, nah, like I'm not gonna do that. Like, I love to book too much, love the character too much. It's not me, idiot. And then I eventually saw Sense and sent a tape in, but the show had fully come out, and then I got the part about a couple of months later. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And how? I mean, you must have been filming it for a long time.
7-8 months.
Yeah, it was around
Yeah, it was a long time. So tired.
Okay. What happens now? They meet again. Leo Woodall and Ambika Maud are with me. They start in one day. It's on Netflix, 14 episodes, but we should say they're half hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that doesn't make any difference in your lives.
No, I don't know really. I think if they were hour long,
Well, you'd still be
Yeah.
filming it. That's
Yeah.
but you can zip
yeah.
through them quite quickly. I think.
Okay.
One is like 16 minutes long.
Oh, is
So
it?
like
Yeah, one of them
they do vary, yeah.
Oh,
but like the
nice.
longest is like 35. So
Is it?
I think one
I
of
guess
them's
that's the kind of the nice thing about Netflix because nobody cares.
Yeah.
When it's done, it's
Yeah.
done. And also nice freedom for the writers so they can just tell the story in the length of time.
Yeah, works really well for the show because the book's so episodic that it works really well for the TV format.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And working for having worked with other streamers and other, is it different working for Netflix or is it just another? Is it all the same?
I don't really know.
I don't know.
Not massively.
Not that I can compare in my
Were there
position.
people in suits?
Looking at
go-
Kate from Netflix,
Oh, yeah.
it's much better.
Yeah, it's the best working
great.
experience
Yeah.
we've ever had. Yeah, because in terms of working experience, so what's the background? So Leo, we've now heard you. Is this your? So the voice in White Lotus?
Yes.
that is your voice.
No,
Not quite.
no. This is me.
Yeah, but then
White
in one
Lotus
day,
is-
but in one day you're much posher.
A little bit.
I would say
had
much.
I had to throw my T's back in.
I would say much posher, wouldn't you say?
I think I'm in the middle between
Yeah.
White Lotus and One Day. Like I'm the middle ground.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
White Lotus, no one could understand what I was saying.
And what was your background? Like, is it a drama school background? Is it a? Just...
I went to drama school. I grew up in Shepherd's Bush.
I went to drama school. Kill some time.
Yeah, I did a few of them. Yeah, but no, I grew up in West London.
Yeah.
Shepherd's Bush.
So what would we have seen you in before White Lotus and stuff?
Well, my starring moment was my one episode in Holby City in
course.
2019.
Yes.
Which you obviously all saw.
I saw it. Did you?
Yeah.
Everyone saw it.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
nation
yeah.
sobbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know if you noticed, there was no traffic that night. It was a really weird. It was a
Everyone was
weird
in,
moment.
Yeah.
Remind us again what happened.
I come in with my friend who's he's fallen off a wall. And I
Like
have
Humpty
to
Dumpty?
Yeah, I have to do all the like panicky kind of acting, and then eventually I tell the doctors in a big roar of emotion that we had pills, and
no.
so that's
Well, you've said it now.
said it now,
it was Rennie's. I mean, they had Rennie's and they had an upset stomach and he fell off the wall. There you go. That happened. And, but your background
Yeah.
is much more kind of complicated.
Yeah.
Well, in that you do lots of different things.
Yeah.
Tell us about the things you do.
The various things. Mainly comedy.
Yeah.
Just like stand-up, sketch, and improv. But that's what I've been doing since I was like 18.
Yeah.
And at uni, I did that, and I graduated, and I came out, gigged, and worked full-time jobs and stuff.
And wrote.
And wrote, and went to Fringe many times, and eventually got an agent, and like started auditioning for like one-line acting roles, and did a couple of those, and then This Is Gonna Hurt sort of came out of nowhere. I was like the last person they saw for it. Like I think they looked at every South Asian girl in the country before they saw me, like really scraping the bottom of the barrel, and there I was.
But even for you, with so with your background in comedy
Yeah.
and improv, you obviously had your chops there, and you knew what you could do.
Yeah.
Did you know you could do what you did in This Is Going to Hurt?
No, not on that level. Like I had taken acting classes. I was very much preparing for like an acting career one day, but I never thought it would happen in that way. And I was terrified before I did This Is Gonna Hurt. I was so afraid, and massive imposter syndrome. And I
Also,
thought,
you're acting opposite Ben Whishaw.
oh my god, yeah, like terrifying. Like only the greatest actor of his generation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all turned out all right in the end.
I think it did.
Yeah,
I think it's fair to
did,
say
yeah.
it did.
It
It
did.
all
Yeah.
went very well. And in this, because there's 14 episodes, was it lots of different directors you're working on one day?
Yeah, we had 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was that, as young actors, was that interesting to kind of, in one job, work with that many people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all had different approaches. They were all very nice, but different approaches.
think it's nice also, like, because we're quite early on in our careers to like work with as many directors as you can, because they're all so different. They all work so differently, and very different like attitudes and approaches to stuff, and like, you know, how experienced they were was very different. So it was just like, yeah, a real mix. You
and in
learn
terms
a lot.
of like fixing your characters, because obviously you couldn't have 4 directors who had different ideas about who you were.
Yeah.
No, please. Let it go. So how was that decided? Was it kind of, you know, was David Nicholls there? Was the writer there? Or how did that happen?
I mean, I think every director that came in sort of had a trust in everyone that was already there. There was always like a bit of a joke about, you know, which director was better. Each director was like, I'm better than the last one.
Oh God, it's them.
But no, I think it seemed like a very sort of, you know, smooth.
Did you get to rehearse?
No, not really. We had like a week of prep, but like that was mainly like to get our hair cut and stuff.
Yeah.
So we didn't.
Some nice
get
clothes,
some nice-
clothes over the ages.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't have time to like rehearse or discuss or like go through. You just have to do it on that's TV, folks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably for the best. You don't overthink it. You just have to do it. Yeah.
Well, listen, you should be really pleased with it, and I think people who love the book can watch this without fear.
Oh.
They're good. They're good. They're golden. They're golden. Netflix from the 8th of February, this Thursday. I think all episodes presumably drop at the same time. Yes, so you could binge it. 7 hours of your life. Well, not quite.
6.5.
6.5.
Oh, really? I thought it was 8.
Yeah. 6.5, everyone. Remember, it's not 7, it's 6.5.
Because one episode's
so
15
sorry.
minutes long. You're going to bed early that night. That was the year not much happened.
Not much.
Thank you so much for coming in to see us. Leo Woodall and Ambika Maud, one day. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you
Lovely
for
to meet
having
you
us.
both. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.